Wonderful. Well, welcome everybody to a highly anticipated and slightly delayed session of Walker of Waterdeep. We had some technical issues on the DM's end, namely the stream. I was trying to go live to tell me you may need to update the driver of your video card. Like, shouldn't it do that when you turn on the streaming software and not wait until you start to stream? It's like, come on, man. All right, you are listening to Sirenscape, and I am DM Galibant. I am here within the Discord. Looks like we have Adamant, Pete, Chris, and Heather. I thought for a moment we had Ken. Not yet. Okay. All right. Chris is having issues with his mic. We know that we will not have Ivy today. We know that Ken will be joining us in a few minutes. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to change our music over to our exploration music, and I'm going to lower the background sound and bring us over to our map, and we will get started with our recap. Last time in the Walker of Waterdeep, we had the party exploring the second level of King Suleiman's Ziggurat. They went up to to one chamber where they found a bunch of guardians who attacked them, and they slew them. And then they made their way through a door with a room that has several curious statues. And they were examining the statues when we ran out of time for our session. Now, we are missing... Oh, no, we're not missing. Okay. I don't know why these stupid tokens keep doing this. Where I think I always have them done. Alright, so now we have Enka, Adamant, Elora, Galibar, and Oyohusa in this room here, exploring these statues. And does anybody remember what the statues were?
Two half orcs and a tiefling.
Okay, yes, tiefling in plate armor carrying a great sword. One half orc has the robes of a shaman or wizard, and the other carries a two-handed axe and wears scale armor. And to the south, you hear the ragged breath of some large creature. But as yet, that large creature has not entered. And going a little bit to your north, you have the Ogres and the Gazban Ogres, who have been following you from the lower level.
So we figured out the tiefling was the one that was betrayed and everything like that. So what was the next step in, like, I guess what the puzzle was?
Yes. Yes. There is a there is a where are we? We had the 3 gates. Okay. Okay. Oh, the the tiefling. You're suspecting this might be the woman whose head you have in the crystal ball,
Say that again.
right? Is that what you're talking about?
No,
And you say the tiefling.
there was like some kind of like what was it, like something written down like about like so, or maybe no, it wasn't a puzzle. We were trying to figure out if they were petrified or not, and you said they weren't, and they were just statues, but for some reason one of them looked we were trying to figure out what was with that last session.
Yes. One of them looks one of them looks frightened. One of them looks angry, and one of them looks confused.
And we deduced that the tiefling was the one that got betrayed due to insight rolls and stuff.
Right. Was angry. She was the angry one, or the tiefling was the angry one.
Yeah. Okay, so we hear the monster still down.
Yep. Aha! And
Yes.
here we go. I think we have got Ken on the Discord and Ken in the Roll20. All right, so we have all of our players here. Excellent. All right. So yeah, Enka, you had gone forward a little bit. What were you planning to do?
I don't remember. I'm sorry. I believe I was basically looking over these. I was looking over these statues, kind of trying to get a better read on them, and then I had also pulled out Vyrellis's head in a jar.
Vyrellis, yeah.
Vyrellis, sorry. To have her look at them as well and give some feedback.
Yeah, and I think Vyrellis had assisted with, kind of interpreting what the expressions on the statues might mean, which helped you with your insight checks.
And then I had also rolled an investigation of 20, and I think I was just trying to look around to see if there was any particular reason for these two, at least that I'm between, to be there.
Okay.
Like, did they look like they moved or, turned or, on their pedestals type thing, or were they facing in a certain direction, etc.? So
No, they just appear to be. They just appear to have been carved in place or set in place, with like that. They don't appear to be people that got turned to stone.
okay.
And as you are there, looking, you sense some movement to your to the south of you, and
Here?
that move. Yep, or no, beyond that statue.
Gotcha. Okay.
And that movement takes the form of a familiar-looking figure.
Oh.
A figure that you have seen several of. But this one is a bit different. This one moves out and squeezes around this statue deftly. Pads toward you silently, or it's not making any sound. You guys can hear its feet, and it starts to raise its weapon, and it has its mouth open, and you notice two things as it moves toward you. You notice first that it has a cloth around its head, covering its eye sockets, and there appear to be trails of blood down on its cheeks below its eyes.
Okay.
Also, as its mouth is open, you can see that it has no tongue.
Oh,
and
that's great.
And it moves forward to attack. And with that, we will let everybody roll initiative. It does not automatically get initiative. It's not a surprise because you guys could hear that something was there. And it's going to go ahead and make its roll.
Wow, this is 3, 5, 7.
19.
Like, I roll initiative at advantage because barbarian, and I rolled 2 force.
Okay. So we have Galibar, Adamant, Elora, Enka. We need initiative for Oyohusa. And then we'll go ahead and get these guys. Wonderful. Perfect. And we'll get these in order, and then I'm gonna go do our battle music. And right. There we go. Alright, so Enka, you are going to be first. You see this this ogre move out towards you and attack.
Okay.
What
So
would you like to do?
She's going to let out a shriek and move back here by Adamant, and for the first time, just out of pure fear and pure fear, she is going to use she's going to hold up her staff and like, get away!
Oh, right. Okay. So you're gonna just send it straight at this guy?
Yep.
Okay, so she holds up this gaudy staff, and a bolt of lightning shoots out of it towards this big, huge ogre, along with the accompanying noise, and it has to make a
DC 17
17.
dexterity.
Oh,
Oh!
which
Well, it still has to take half damage, so...
yeah. So go ahead and roll your 9d6 damage.
Okay, and... lightning strike. Yes!
37. So half of 37 is 18. So 18 points of damage. All right. Seems like it is but a flesh wound.
Oh, crap.
Go ahead.
So at that point,
was...
yeah, that's my action. So she's gonna quick slip in here and finish her movement and be done.
Okay. Do you want to use a bonus action?
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
There's a bonus action that Enka commonly.
She kind of pats Adamant on the shoulder and goes, "Go get him, Iron Man."
And that gives Adamant bardic inspiration.
Huzzah.
Okay, all right. So the next thing that happens is the source of the monstrous breathing that you heard before comes into view as a creature comes out. This creature looks about 10 feet tall, and it looks vaguely humanoid, except its skin is kind of looks vaguely like the skin of a sea cucumber or something like that, that has these strange little knobs and bristles and everything all over it. And where its arms are, the arms and the legs both, instead of ending in hands, they end in these little pods that look like they have the tips of tentacles, just sort of like nestled in them. And the head has two tiny eyes on the sides of the head, two tiny nostrils near the top of the head, and where you would expect the face to be is this enormous mouth filled with radial teeth. And it makes a hiss at you, and it will go ahead and it will it will move into this area here, or it'll move to this area here. Let's see, does it have, can it see? Yeah, around the plinth and the base of the statue, 30 feet, it can see okay, it can see Enka, so it will go ahead and it will target Enka and and it will attempt to do. It will attempt to do a psychic crush attack against Enka. So that. Oh no. Okay, a 60-foot cone. So every creature in the area, DC 16 intelligence save, or take 22 psychic damage and be stunned for a minute. So that means everybody makes a DC 16 intelligence save.
Can I would this be a time that I could use like cutting words to distract it, or?
It's not an attack.
Oh, it's not an attack?
Yeah, it's not an attack.
Okay. Okie dokie.
Alright, so...
I'll use my DM inspiration for that 16.
Okay. And Enka saves.
That's Laura.
Galibar saves. Or Laura saves. Adamant. You do have a. Is it a D10 Bardic Inspiration? Enka?
Yes, it is a D10.
Well, unfortunately, wasn't enough. And then we need and the ogre here does not seem at all affected. However, these guys back here need to make. I think they're within 60 feet. Let me make sure. Yep, they're both within 60 feet. So they need to make an intelligence save. That's a failure. So this one is stunned. And then your other buddy needs to make it. And he fails, so he is stunned. So this guy is stunned. This lady is stunned.
Aren't they on the other side of a wall?
No, they're beyond a couple of doors, which are open because you guys came through this way and this door wasn't locked, so this ogre opened it and was looking through. And then, yes, I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. To make sure that we know that if we run into any more of those, we know that guy is your ally. But yeah, you're not sure why this guy isn't affected. Maybe it's some symbiotic relationship it has with this creature, whatever it is. But it doesn't seem to be affected. Did I get a save from Oyo yet? Let's see.
What am I rolling? Sorry.
Intelligence save.
Ah, these damn intelligence saves.
Yeah. These creatures. Oh, exactly what you needed. So, only Adamant suffers the effect of the stun. So, the ogre then.
How much damage does that do?
Oh, 48 plus 4. Or, 48 plus 4. And this is an all or nothing effect. So, Adamant, you take 23 points of damage. Everybody else, And these guys up here take 23. And then...
Adamant, you apparently can't be stunned anymore, so...
Oh. Right. Ring. Ring a free action.
The ring doesn't stop stun.
Oh, it doesn't?
Nope.
Oyo said it did last week. So.
Okay. Yeah. I think somebody was saying last week that it did. So.
That what?
Didn't
Ring
you
a
say,
free
like,
action.
you can't be stunned because of the ring?
Ring of free action.
The one time I'm not in D&D Beyond.
I just sent it to the chat. In Roll20.
You can't be paralyzed or restrained, is what it does. It doesn't have anything to do. It doesn't have anything to do with conditions that will incapacitate or stun you.
Mm-hmm.
It just prevents you from being paralyzed or restrained. It also doesn't prevent you from being petrified if something has the ability to turn you into stone. So that's an important limitation of that one as well. Alright, so that is its action. The ogre now moves in between this creature and you all, and it simply is going to bash at the first thing it sees, or try to bash at the first thing it sees, which is Oyohusa. So it makes 2 of its bash attacks.
What?
Oh wow, it hits.
Are the ogres not our friends anymore?
This is the ogre that came out. The ogre behind you with the blue dot. Those are your allies.
Oh, what the hell am I doing in the front? Alright.
Because you were scouting.
Oh, okay, cool.
For
So it does
Does this thing freaking crit me? Damn.
Yeah. Now, under normal circumstances, the ogre can push the target 5 feet away. However, there is no place for the ogre to push it, because you either push it into the wall, which doesn't do anything, or push it into Galibar, which might as well be trying to push it into a wall. So 25 points of damage.
I'm gonna uncanny dodge that.
Uncanny dodge, so then 12 points of damage. And then the second attack is a 13, which misses.
Do I have uncanny dodge? Yep.
I think you do, yeah.
I do, yep.
I think you have
so 13, got it.
that. Actually 12.
Okay.
Because of D&D's round down. 25 rounds down to 12. And then, Oyohusa. That was rude for that ogre to strike you.
Mm-hmm.
But now you get a chance to think of it hitting you.
Okay. Is my turn?
Yes, sir, it is.
Oh yeah. Am I blessed? What is this symbol on me?
Adamant, I think that's something you would have done. Do you still have a blessing up from last time? Or?
I did. I wasn't here last, so I don't.
Chris, you were running Adamant last time. Was that something Adamant would have done? Oh, I think
What?
Chris is still. That symbol on Oyohusa, is that something that Adamant would have done? The little angel wings. Do you remember from last week?
No, not that I know of. I don't know where that's from.
Okay. Then I guess that's just left over from something. I'm not sure what that effect would be. Okay.
Okay, I'm swinging at this ogre because I guess it's not friendly.
Yeah.
Obviously.
No, it's not. It struck you. Ooh, 11. Ah, that's gonna miss. 17 will hit. You want the extra to be psychic or force damage?
Let's do force. I'll make an additional attack.
Okay, so that is 20 from the second attack, and 13 and 7, another 20 from the third attack. And that ogre is now bloodied after those two attacks. It did not like that. All right, Galibar, you are up.
Oh, Galibar is going to rage,
Okay.
and he will just move here, and attack a couple times, recklessly. That's a nat 20.
Yeah.
I'm still alive.
So 20 and 24 is 44, and then the 11 of the, what is the damage you're trying to do to that?
It's a fire.
Okay, how would you like to kill this ogre?
It is going to be this is just, he doesn't want to make it look too brutal, so it's just gonna be a slash against the like the chest.
Okay.
He will.
All right. You slash into its chest, and it winds up opening the thing from the chest to its gullet. Several of the ogre's ribs get cut off and fall out through the wound, as well as much of the ogre's entrails falling out as it expires and crashes to the floor.
And
so
then
it's not a terribly gory death at all.
He will then move over here and make another attack against this thing. Is it undead or a blight by any means?
Undead or
in terms of my extra damage.
It is not undead.
Okay. So 26 to hit for 22 slashing, 5 fire.
2 and 5 is 27. Okay. All right. It is a. Okay. Yes. It is hurt, but not bloodied. All right. Anything else, Galibar?
I will stay there to see if I can block off it going forward, because there's one place over here, but that'll be done.
Right.
So I end my turn, and then it's Laura's turn. Laura will move over here, get a better view. And because she really loves casting this spell, Moonbeam at 5th level.
Okay. Moonbeam at 5th level.
It will be right here in this spot.
Okay. Alright. So we'll get a nice pale moonbeam. Like so.
It'll DC 16 con save.
DC 16 con save for this creature. Oh, it fails.
So that's 16 plus 17.
Or 6 plus 17.
Yeah, 6.
23. 23 points of damage.
Radiant. And that was her action. Does she have a good bonus action? I didn't get a lot of time to look at. Let's see. Are any of her summons bonus actions or no?
You mean like her?
The snake thing or whatever it is she summons.
Does she have that on her character sheet?
I don't see any of that.
Okay.
It might be on her weapon thing, like the sheet you gave us that has our weapons.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Let me go to the. I have to go to the.
Are you sure this is the? Because I know Ken has a different sheet for his level up stuff. Does Alora?
Yeah.
Because this is just the regular Alora Delapane. I don't see the healing stuff that she had that she usually posts up here, so I don't know if this. She's always linking like the healing skills that she got from the cleric thing. They're not on this sheet.
Oh, well, this is okay. This is the one that's linked to her token. She may have one that she uses that's not linked to her token. Probably does. Okay, so tier 2. All right. Yes. Wormfang is a bonus action. So once per day, you can use a bonus action to speak the staff's command word and make the head of the staff become that of an animate wyvern for 1 minute.
He's already done that then, because she's already done that before then, because it's the magic idol. The items don't get regenerated, do they?
Okay. Yes, at tier 2, Wormfang can be used twice per day.
Oh. Okay.
So if she's used it once, she can use it again. And actually, yes, the magic of that, area is that everything resets for a long rest, including items.
Okay.
The only thing that doesn't reset are things that are keyed to like things like the figurines of wondrous power that say like but if it's something that resets an item or a personal power that resets after a long rest, it resets in that zone.
Okay. So well, she's not going to want to get close to this thing, so she probably
Yeah.
wouldn't. Yeah.
That has a reach of 10 feet.
Yeah, this is not the kind of enemy you want to do that to, it looks like. So she'll end her turn after casting Moonbeam.
Okay. All right. Then the next up is Adamant. Adamant, you have a big dead ogre and a big ugly looking thing over here.
I'm not stunned anymore.
You are not stunned anymore. Okay, so we'll get rid of that at the end of his turn. And Enka, we're back up to the top of the round with you.
Okay. So, I'm a lumberjack. Sorry, I just want to make sure it would be within reach. And Galibar isn't in the way. Alright. Do. Okay. Just need to make sure that this isn't going to hit Galibar. Creature in a 20-foot radius.
Oh, that would hit all of us.
Yep. I know. Okay, so I begin to mumble and whisper, and I cast Dissonant Whispers. And let's see here. Make sure that I've got the right thing that I'm going to... there we go. And ta-da. Okay. Trying to distract it.
Okay. DC 17. Dissonant Whisper. So it makes a wisdom save. And it fails. So it takes 7 psychic damage.
Okay.
And it must use its reaction move as far away as possible, if I remember correctly, right?
Let's see here. Showed.
Okay, must use
Target.
immediately use its reaction if available to move as far away as the speed allows from you. Creature doesn't move in obviously dangerous grounds, just fire or a pit. Successful save. Okay. Alright, so
It goes, yep.
yeah, the farthest away it can get from you is actually probably... Now, it doesn't take additional damage yet because it never leaves the effect of the moonbeam to get there.
I get an opportunity attack.
I guess because it is movement, it is doing itself. It is not being moved by another effect. It is moving, so yes, you would get an opportunity attack.
Nat 20.
Wow. 24, 48, and 5 is 53. Well,
Yes.
As it goes away, you can see that you have bloodied it, but you did not kill it.
Can I see, is this a double doors?
It is a double door with something carved on it.
Okay.
But you can't see what's carved on it because there's a big critter in the way now that is pressing up against that door. And seeming to be kind of alarmed by your Minotaur friend. Enka, that was your action.
Yep.
You want to do anything else? Bonus action.
I will begin to, as part of my Dissonant Whispers, kind of begin to start singing that little ditty that I've come up with for Galibar to give him his bardic inspiration.
Okay. So, oops. All right. Ah. Okay. Galibar gets bardic inspiration. All right.
What's that other
then
thing on me right now?
I just am using that to remind me that you're raged.
Raging. Okay.
Yeah. You've got extra strength. Okay, now. It only does that movement from Dissonant Whispers is only for your turn, right, Enka? That doesn't hang around.
Mm-hmm,
It's instantaneous.
Yeah. Alright, so now the creature is back up. And the creature, well, there's a moonbeam between it and its primary target. So it will want to do. Nope, that's not it. Okay. Yes. It has been hurt. So what better way to do that than to reach out mentally to the one that hurt it. Oh crap. Okay. Second edition, source books, where are you? Second edition. Alright, complete. The complete Psionics Handbook. Alright, this is life draining from the complete Psionics Handbook.
By the way, me, Adamant, and Oyohusa have advantage on it, or have chat advantage.
Okay. Life draining. Oh, that is. Okay. That will not work because the range is touch. Well, too bad. It cannot drain Galibar's life force because it would have to touch him. And touching that great big axe wielding thing is not something he wants to do. However, getting rid of that big axe wielding thing is something he would very much like to do. So he's going to go ahead and use its psionic ability to try to banish Galibar.
Charisma
And
save?
yeah, spell save DC 17.
I'm gonna use my chat
charisma save.
advantage for this.
Okay.
21.
21. Okay. It focuses at you and it tries to get you to leave, and you just stick your tongue out at it or whatever. That's. I'm doing that for the PSP cost. Alright, so we're tracking how much of those it has used, and it is very sad. And it apparently doesn't have a way of getting through that door. So, Oyohusa, you are up. This thing has gone out of the way, but there is a big radiant moonbeam in the way that you know from experience will damage anything it comes in contact with, right? You can't
No.
Let your friends ignore the moonbeam, can you? I didn't
No.
think so.
Let me just look at the moonbeam again one more. Let's see. Okay, so I don't know. Well, what to do? Sorry.
What to do?
guess I should have had this figured out. I will kind of walk over here next to Galibar and be like, "Hey, what's up?" No, I'm just kidding. I will. You know what? I'll cast this. I make some hand symbols and say something that Galibar doesn't understand. And pew! Oh, hold on a second. Yeah, pew.
Pew pew pew.
Ooh, 5-foot diameter sphere of fire. Flaming sphere. Ooh. So we have dueling spheres.
So I guess right here, or
Yeah, that thing rolls on the ground and you ram it into people.
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm gonna. So do I just ram it into him, or I have to wait
Yeah.
till next turn, or?
No. You can make it appear wherever.
Okay.
You want it in this square, or in this
That's
square?
great. That's fine.
Okay, the first one down here.
Sure.
All right, so you just ram it into that guy, and what
Dex
is
save.
what is your spell save DC? Because it comes
My
up as DC 0. on here.
It's based off of I have a wisdom save, so I think it's 17.
Yeah, whatever your normal spell save is.
Yeah,
is
it's
what
with
it
this
would be.
custom class. It's based off of my wisdom. So
Okay, so 17. And let's see if it can make that
I
deck
do
save.
anyway.
It fails. It fails its deck save, so it takes 9 damage. And it does not like that fire very much. Alright, anything else? Oyo.
That's it.
Alright, Galibar, you are up.
Okay. Well, I can't really get all that much closer. So I'm just going to go over here. And let's see. I will toss my +1 Euclid at him recklessly for a 27 to hit for 6.
Okay. 27 for 6 damage. And your Yulqua, whatever.
Eight-
I can't
8
ever
plus
pronounce.
6.
Oh, 8 and 6, 14. So that is. No, it's magical. All right.
Yep.
So-
And then I will. Let's see. Do I have any other thrown? Not that are magic, but you know what? I'll just throw a hand axe. It probably won't do a lot of damage, but 25 to hit for max damage. For I guess that is it halved? Because the hand axe isn't magical.
Let us see. Is it? Yes, it is halved. So 2 and 11, 13. So that would be, or no, 11 halved would be 5. And then 2. Do you get the additional 2 damage, or is it?
Yes, because I'm still raging.
Okay. Even on ranged attacks.
Yes, it's any attack.
Okay. All right. So then 2 and 5, so you deal 7 damage to it instead of 11.
And then because I'm close enough, Dragon's Breath.
Okay. DC 19 Dex save.
For 10 cold.
Fails that for 10 cold. All right. Well, that wasn't very nice.
And that's the end of my turn.
All right, and Elora is up.
Elora will move over here. And then is it... Let me check the moonbeam again.
I think she can move it 20 feet, something like that. No,
Yeah.
she can move it like 60 feet.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if it's an action or bonus action to move it. On each of your turns after you cast a spell, you can use your action. Yeah, she will move the moonbeam directly on top of the monster.
Okay. I'm going to put it here so we can see that there's both a creature in the moonbeam there. Just for reference sake, but it is on top of the creature. Anybody can get up next to it and not be in the effect of the moonbeam, but otherwise it's hard to show that both of them are there.
That is 25 radiant damage.
25 radiant damage.
It's DC 16 con save.
Yep. Fails. So, all right. This thing is very, very hurt now.
That was her action. And you know what? Adamant's looking kind of hurt. So Elora is just going to cast Healing Word. You know what? Second level Healing Word on Adamant for that plus her healing abilities that I cannot click on because they're not on the sheet.
What is it? Life Cleric or something like that. Life Devotion.
It gets extra on top of.
Life Domain. I think.
Yeah, I'll just look it up.
Okay. Disciple of Life. Healing spells are more effective whenever you use a healing spell of first level or higher to restore hit points. The creature regains additional hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level.
Oh yeah, you gain. That is.
Healing Word is first level, right?
Yeah, I cast it a second. So that is 8 plus 4, which is 12, plus another 4, which is 16. So you get Adamant regains 16 hit points.
All right.
And that is the end of her turn.
Okay, and Adamant,
Uh,
you are up.
Adamant is going to slide past Enka, come up here to this Ogre.
Your ally?
Oh, that's an ally. I need to go the other side.
Yeah, the blue dots are allies.
Okay, now I know.
Yeah, you weren't here last week. So yeah, this is spillover from when Galibar lured them into following you.
There's still 2 more in another room back there.
Yeah, they're
They're
guarding
blocking
the
the
other
door.
entrance. Yeah, they're watching the other entrance.
That is not an ally, correct?
Correct. It is being burned by Oyohusa's flaming sphere and being sizzled by Elora's moonbeam. And where you are, that's a hard corner there. So
Go there instead.
Okay. And now you have line of sight to it.
I'm going to... I am going to gather my thoughts and remember a lot of my small touch. So I'm going to... That's the only enemy on the board now, right there, right?
Correct.
Okay. I will... cast Cure Wounds on myself. Only gonna be a level 1.
Alright. So you gain another 13 hit points back.
That was a really good roll.
Alright. Anything else?
Nope. That'll be it.
Enka, you are up. Yes, if you stand over by that plinth, that plinth is like 4 feet tall. The statue is on, so you can see around the statue to this creature. If it's something that requires line of sight, you could stand in this and still see the creature.
Here?
Yep. You can stand there and see that around the statue, around Adamant. Adamant's big, but, he doesn't take up the whole square. Just...
Okay. Let's see here.
However, if you're going to use a mechanical ranged attack like a bow or crossbow, I'd give you disadvantage because you're trying to shoot through Adamant.
Okie dokie.
But if it's magic spell that you need to see your target, no problem.
Let's see here. Does it look like he's in a corner? There's nothing else over here?
Nope. There's 2 elaborate doors that have things carved on it, but you can't see what's carved on it because it's in the way.
Okay. Within range. Okay, that's not gonna... I don't seem to have itty-bitty spells. It's like 20-foot radius, 30-foot radius. It's like, damn it.
You need to think of some single target spells.
I know.
Good mixture of single target and area of effect.
Bards don't get a lot of single target spells
I know.
that actually do damage.
Okay, I think I'm just going to cast Dissonant Whispers again. And just try to keep trying to distract it and drive it nuts.
So what kind of save is it again? DC 17 Wisdom save. Fails that, so it takes another 9 damage.
And it's clawing up the doors going, yep, yipe, yipe, yipe.
Yes. Okay.
And I will pat Oyohusa on the back and tell him that, everybody was monk fu fighting and give him bardic inspiration.
Okay. Monk fu fighting. Alright.
Wow. More like monk moo fighting.
Ooh.
I can take that away,
No takesy backsies.
Just cast a Bane on Oya.
Alright. Well, it is kind of tired of this thing. it is kind of tired of you guys. So, it's just going to, before it runs out of psionic points, it now has 4 of you where it can see you. And so it's going to try to affect all 4 of you with Mass Dominate Person.
What?
Is that an ability or is it a casting?
It's a psionic ability that this thing has. So
That would be like a 10th level spell.
So it's not
Okay.
casting?
So-
Okay.
It's not an attack. Can't use.
No.
no.
That's the equivalent of a 10th level spell, though.
So you can't counterspell it, huh?
Dominate person. Oh. You could try to dominate it. Or you could try to counter it. Now it's a like he says, it's the effectively something like a 10th level spell. So the DC would be basically 10 plus 10. So
And I
it would
can't
be a
use-
DC
I can't
20.
use cutting words on that, right?
Cutting words.
It says, yeah, you learn how to use your wit to distract, confuse, and otherwise
No,
sap the
that has to-
confidence.
You're basically trying to manipulate a roll that's already happened.
We're
So-
the ones doing the roll.
Right. So golly, my spellcasting ability. If the casting of a spell is 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spellcast ability. Okay, I'm gonna try to counter. You know what?
Okay.
Oyohusa does some weird symbols. No, y'all haven't seen him cast before, and boom, he does a counter spell. I guess I
Okay.
need to roll to see if it even goes off because of the weird mechanic of this place.
Yes, so it's a 3rd level spell. So
Yeah.
we'll roll a DC, or we'll roll a D100 to make sure that it goes off okay. Yep, it goes off okay, and then we'll roll another D100 to make sure that your focus survives. Yep, your focus survives. So,
I hope focus is my sword.
actually, it's that little.
Oh, is it?
The little globe of obsidian
Oh, okay.
would shatter. It wouldn't shatter
Okay.
your sword. Yeah.
Okay, good. And so what do I need to do? I need to do.
Yeah. DC is.
I have to make a check.
Yes, make an ability check using your spellcasting ability. It's 10 plus the spell's level, which is effectively a 10th level. So you need a total of 20 on an ability check.
Using your spellcasting ability. That's wisdom,
Yeah.
right?
Your spellcasting ability for Oyohusa
Is wisdom.
is wisdom. So yes, so make
So-
a wisdom check.
Pretty sure that's. What does that equal out to? Because if my save for my Sunday Strike's based off of wisdom and it's a 17, what does that mean?
No. Just click on wisdom on your character sheet and it'll make a wisdom check.
Oh, okay.
And it will automatically add the bonus in there. Okay.
You have a bardic inspiration.
You have a bardic inspiration, so you can roll an extra d10.
That's. You know what? I have advantage from
Yeah.
the chat room. So
Yeah.
I'll roll it again and see if.
Okay. With a 25, all 4 of you feel like this thing is trying to turn you to make you its friends, but you shake it off, and Oyohusa, you hear from Tatsumasa, you hear, "Nicely done." And this thing looks very sad, and it lets out a keening wail in this unearthly, piercing, shrieking, shrill voice. And that wail carries with it rage, anger, frustration, and terror all at the same time. Because everything it has tried to do has been thwarted. And that big expenditure of PSPs was for nothing. So, phooey, phooey, phooey. Alright. Oyo.
Aha!
It is your turn. I'm gonna go ahead and...
I run over here and I'm gonna attack this thing. A lot.
Okay. Attack it a lot.
Also, I think it takes damage, doesn't it? Did it take damage from the moonbeam and the
It
flaming
did.
sphere?
It did. It took damage from the moonbeam. When Laura moved it over it, it took damage from the flaming sphere the first time. You can either roll for the flaming sphere damage first and then do your attacks, or
Okay.
you can...
It's 2d10, right? For the
well, let's...
if it takes 2d on a failed save or half as much. So
Well, I think every subsequent...
oh, that's a
round
silvery
is
spin. Let's see. 2d6.
like,
So if it
okay,
if it enters the space for the first time or starts its turn on whatever, so
yeah.
2d6, because why not?
So then it needs to make a dex save. 17, and that's a failure, so it takes all of that. It takes the 7.
And then I swing.
And then you can swing. 16 is going to miss.
That's nope. Bardic Inspiration, because it's a good roll.
No. You Bardic Inspiration is one time, and you already used it.
No,
I
he
didn't.
used advantage from the chat room.
Oh, fudge. Okay, yeah.
That's okay.
You did.
Leave it off for me because I'm about to use it. So it's
Okay.
a D12 now or a D10?
D10, I think.
D10.
Does a 20 hit?
20 will hit.
All right. Force damage for 28 damage.
28 damage. With 28 damage, Oyo, how would you like to kill this creature?
I eviscerate it basically. So I just do like a really cool upward slash, and it just goes
Okay.
right up the middle.
Okay. Oh, you slice up the middle. This thing has just a really alien-looking anatomy. Strange sorts of organs fall out of it. And you notice that even though this thing has been walking around, there's not a skeletal structure that you can see. It's like just the musculature of this thing is what was holding it together, because it just sort of all collapses into this, not exactly an ooze, but it's like a bunch of skin without a skeleton just falls there on the ground before you. So with that, the music dies away. We're back to our exploration background. Moonbeam. Does Laura let the moonbeam
Yeah.
expire? Okay. Does Oyo let the
Yep.
flaming sphere Expired.
When
okay.
Enka sees the guts and stuff splatter out on the ground, she's kind of like, I threw up a little.
All right. Yes, this thing, Galibar, it doesn't really have a skull. It's got kind of the most rigid part of it is kind of like a sort of like a cartilage like jaw that all of these radial teeth are in, and then but even going back into the mouth cavity, it has more of these teeth lining its mouth. It's a horrible looking creature.
It has claws and stuff, right?
Actually, as you inspect it, instead of claws, it's got tentacles. That they look like they are kind of retracted, but it looks like those tentacles could be extended, and kind of as the creature dies and its muscles relax, the tentacles do come out a little bit. So they don't come all the way out, but instead of them being a few inches, they're like a foot or two of tentacle is exposed. And that's on each of the wrists and each of the ankles.
Okay. Galibar's just gonna take, like, what is this creature called? He's gonna take some teeth.
Well, as adventurers, you may not know, because you may not have ever encountered anything like this. Anybody who wants to can try to make a history check and see if you've heard anything about a creature like this.
Oyohusa just looks at Galibar and he's like, "This is probably the ugliest creature we've ever faced."
Well, I wouldn't say it's pretty by any standards. I think we fought worse.
Okay, so we have Galibar, Enka, Adamant, Oyohusa, Elora. Just gonna make a roll.
Elora, nope.
Oh, okay. Yeah, none of you know what this thing is.
I just put weird creature teeth.
Enka. Oh, Enka.
Yes.
You remember what you're carrying?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I take her out of the bag
Mm-hmm.
and I point her towards what's left of this thing and go, "What is this? What is this horrible thing?"
And she looks and she gets a look of disgust on her face. And she says, "Oh, how horrible. I saw a sketch of one that King Suleiman had drawn. He was studying these creatures. They come from the far realms. They call themselves Psurlons. They are a very sadistic race of creatures that are part worm, part wizard. They have made war on many species across many planes. There are creatures that travel the planes in astral brigs that call themselves Githyanki. And these Psurlons, they are said to have been the original race that enslaved the Githyanki. And the Githyanki eventually freed themselves, and then, as I understand, another race of psionic creatures enslaved the Githyanki after that. It's also said that the Psurlons seek out cultures that have very advanced magical, very highly advanced magic, and they infiltrate those cultures. They try to use the powers of their mind to control important leaders and important wizards in those cultures. And then they begin feeding off of the magic of those cultures to make themselves even larger.
Okay. Galibar is going to take some teeth. He will take a couple of the tentacles if he can. And I doubt I can do it, but he might try to take the brain.
Make me a I'm not going to need a strength check from you to cut in, but make me a dex check to see how carefully you can cut in. And yeah, okay, that's pretty good. You there's no brain case, so it's kind of like a more of a mass of the brain, but you can find the brain and you can cut it out more or less intact.
I will put the teeth, the tentacles, and the brain into my chest of preserving that is now empty.
Okay. All right.
Or one of my 3 chests of preserving I think I have.
Okay.
Yep, and I'll put that chest of preserving back in the bag of holding.
All right. Okay. And now that thing is out of the way, you can see these intricately carved gates that are here. So let's go back to the location. Okay, so right. This here is I need to look for okay, let's go. As you approach this gate, you see that it is all intricately carved and has strange writing on it that's not in a language that you all understand. And as you look at it, you kind of wonder, well, is this writing, or is this kind of some sort of decorative carving? But it has pictures. It depicts 3 creatures. It depicts a tiefling and 2 half-orcs, and they are all looking at each other, and they all seem a bit confused.
A tiefling and two half orcs, like the statues outside.
Correct. You would
Huh.
guess from the details that the creatures depicted on these gates and the creatures depicted in the statues are supposed to be the same characters.
I kind of point this out to everybody. I'm like, what this is all about? Who are these guys? First statues and then drawings or carvings or whatever?
You said that there was like writing on these walls, and we weren't sure if it's writing or not or whatever.
They're writing on the doors.
Galibar will go over to the door and he will touch it and cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay, before you even get the spell cast, as soon as you touch the door, a voice booms out in common, and this is not the voice of Suleiman that you have heard. This is another voice. It says, "Let those who embrace the darkness of ignorance walk forward, heedless of all knowledge. The blind and deaf fear no danger, for the keeper of the way shall guide their steps."
I hate riddles.
Galibar, out of all of the characters to get that, party member.
What about... Okay, so it's just one set of doors?
This is one set of doors. Yes.
Okay. Okay, I go up to the doors.
Okay.
Did we all hear that, or is that just Gally?
Yeah, everybody.
Oh.
Everybody hears that. Everybody hears that. So everybody can make an offer, and since Oyo has mentioned it, I'm going to start with Oyo, and we will see what everybody wants to do. So Oyo, you've heard this. You step up. What would you like to do?
What do you mean make an offering?
Just like offer a suggestion of what to do.
Oh, is there any way you could? You don't have a type out of what is on the door?
I can. I can do that. Actually,
just in case it's like a riddle or something. I just want to be able to look at it.
Yeah. I'll put it in Discord, or actually, I'll put it in. I'll put it in Roll20 and in Discord. That way, the stream can see it if it's in Roll20. Let those who embrace the darkness of ignorance walk forward, heedless of all knowledge. Blind and deaf fear no danger, for the keeper of the way shall guide their steps. That's here. Whoops. The first double doors. Say this when you touch them.
Oyo just kind of turns around and looks at everybody. It would seem this is a riddle.
Indeed.
I'm not sure if it means that whatever is past these doors makes some kind of visual or audible noise that's dangerous, or if one should just blindly take a walk of faith, if you will. Do the doors look trapped at all? Locked?
You can, if you try to push on them, they don't give. They don't even act like there's something locked. It's like they just won't budge at all if you push on them. You can check them for traps if you want to check them.
Okay, I'll check for traps.
Okay.
So, but it's not locked. They are. I don't see a lock, is what you're saying.
You do not see a lock plate.
Right.
but if you push against them, it doesn't seem like they give.
I'll see if they're trapped. What do you need?
Well-
Intelligence?
Well,
Because I have
Make
a
an
passive.
investigation. Make an investigation check.
I have a passive investigation of 17, but I can just roll investigation if that's what you want.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there trying to think about what this is. Can I try to? What
feel
do I
like-
need to roll to figure out if
I feel like
what this riddle might mean?
Yeah, I feel like Alora
Ga-
would have given me guidance.
Galibar is going to go over and check the body of the ogre.
Okay.
He knows it has a blindfold and it has no tongue. Is there anything stopping it from hearing?
Doesn't. There's nothing stuffed in its ears. No.
Okay. Galibar is going to take some cloth out of his bag. And he's going to wrap it around his head to block his eyes.
Okay.
Let's see. Do I have anything that might deafen me?
And your roll, Enka, doesn't yield anything. Your
Didn't think
investigation
so.
check doesn't yield anything.
Does the 16 do anything, or is that still too low? Or
16. No. It's like
I will
if-
ask Vyrellis.
Galibar seems to be doing something. So let's let Galibar finish.
I don't have much in the way of blocking my ears, but I do have something that might work. Something that's been in my inventory for a while.
Okay.
The bottle of sap from the ancient of the equinox. So I'm going to see if I could take some of that sap out of the bottle and see if I can use it to stuff my ears to make myself not be able to hear anything.
Okay, you want to put tree sap in your ears.
To make it so to try to deafen myself, kind of like wax or something.
Wasn't
Dear
that sap
Lord.
like deal fire damage or something like that?
We didn't find out if it did anything at all. It was just tree sap, from what we knew.
Oh, I
Okay.
remember. It was valuable. I remember that.
Yeah. Oh, Elora and Adamant both see Galibar doing this. Do Elora or Adamant ask or say anything?
Do you mean
Galibar.
And Enka, you
Perhaps shoving tree sap in your ear is not the best idea.
Inka,
I mean,
and I think okay, go ahead, Enka. Go ahead.
Inka rummages around in the bottom of her bag and pulls out a couple of beeswax candles and takes up her knife and cuts off a chunk of each one and then begins
Members, hey, I'm looking for something to stop my ears, or are you just doing that and not saying anything?
well, he probably asked, like, does anybody have something that could make me go deaf temporarily?
I would have said
Then-
the beeswax.
Yeah, the beeswax candles. Okay.
Okay, that'll
yeah.
work. So he'll go over
Yeah.
and see if that'll work.
Okay. You haven't put the blindfold on yet.
No.
Okay, all right. So he goes over there. Meanwhile, while Enka is doing that, Adamant, is there anything you want to do?
Adamant is thinking on this. Pete's coming up blank though.
Okay. Adamant can make me. Well, no, I'm going to let everybody have an idea. Okay, Galibar or Chris, is there anything that do you think that Elora might have an idea on anything?
Well, Elora is the smartest one in the party thanks to a magic item. But I'm not sure. I mean,
So she thinks about it for a little bit. Meanwhile, Enka, you're done cutting the beeswax and massaging it up for Galibar. All right, Galibar, you have 2 rough, lumpy plugs of beeswax that you can put in your ears, and you have a blindfold.
yep, Galibar will go over to the door again, put the earwax in his ears to block any sound, and the blindfold on, and wonder if anything's gonna happen. Now deaf and blind.
Okay.
Hands on the door and see if anything happens. Try to push it.
You put your hands on the door, and the instant you put your hands on the door, they just swing open silently.
Galibar will put his hands in the air, like, yes, and then start walking forward.
Okay. So, yes, he starts to walk forward, and you see a nice, big, wide open hall here before you. And having solved the riddle of the gates of ignorance, we will go ahead and take our break. And this hall appears open, and you see 2 more sets of gates, each one intricately carved with those same.
Great. Anybody back? Anybody still here?
I'm still here.
I love how the riddle was literally just... It wasn't even really a riddle. It was just super literal. And Galibar, only thinking that it could probably be literal, did exactly what the door said. And it worked.
It's a good idea.
When we heard what it said on the door, I was like, I immediately thought, well, blind and deaf, that's pretty freaking thing. But how would Galibar think of this? He wouldn't even think it's a riddle. At first, I thought like maybe there was if we had like a silence spell or blindness, deafness, but Galibar has neither, so he wouldn't even think of those spells.
Yeah, I don't think anybody. I think Enka has.
I think Oyo has silence, but I'm not sure. I can't wait till we level up. It's gonna be so much fun. Tier 3. Although with him throwing a freaking enemy that has the equivalent of a 10th level spell at us.
As soon as he said intelligence save, I was like, well, why this way?
I hope that after we're done with this, we don't see like a dominate person or anything for a while.
Right?
Like Galibar's biggest weakness, and every enemy has it. Banishment is also freaking nasty. If any of us get banished and it goes all the way through, that player is essentially out of the game until we get done with this plane. Like, because with this being a time crunch, there's no way we'd be able to get back and then get in the Ziggurat with enough time to actually catch up.
Probably not.
We would just be out of the campaign for months.
I don't know about months.
We've been in this Ziggurat since mid-January. Not just this plane, this Ziggurat. We've been in since mid-January. Just fighting every single session. I think it was like January 16th or something that we entered.
Something like that.
was literally a puzzle where if you think too much, you will probably not find the answer for a while.
Yeah, I noticed.
Path of ignorance. Sometimes you just don't gotta think too hard. Sometimes it pays to not have a super smart character that thinks about everything. Although my backup for Galibar is a wizard, so...
A wizard.
Yep. It's an illusion wizard mixed with arcane trickster rogue.
All right. So we're back now. Just players, FYI, the stream appears to have kept going. But at some point during the first half of the stream, apparently Discord and Roll20 stopped liking each other, or Discord and Streamlabs stopped liking each other, and we dropped sound somewhere in there. And at the beginning of the break, I got the sound back, but about 30 seconds later, the sound went out. So then I restarted Discord again on that computer, and finally, it seems to be holding. So, I don't know how long we were without sound during that first part, but I'll check the recording and see what it was. But anyway, we are through the gates of ignorance, and you see this large hall before you. And in this hall before you, there are two other sets of gates. There's also two doors to the south. And this set of gates here and this set of gates here, they show the same three figures that were depicted in the statues in various different poses. So let me double check and see. In the set of gates on our left, as we're looking at the map, so here, the eastern set of gates, the three characters depicted look angry. And in the western set of gates, the three characters look afraid.
Galibar, taking the door literally, is going to start walking forward and hoping the keeper of the way shall guide his steps.
Okay.
Does anything happen as he walks into the room?
No.
He'll just keep walking forward.
Okay. You all watch Galibar walk forward. Nothing appears to happen. Nothing jumps out to eat him. He gets to the far wall.
And hits the wall.
Ow! He runs into the wall.
He will lift up the blindfold and see if what's going on.
Okay. He left those doors open.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what do the rest of you want to do? Enka, Oyo, Laura, Adamant.
Adamant is just watching.
Okay, not moving, just standing there and watching.
Yep.
Yeah, Oyohusa's just watching too, I think,
Okay,
for right now. That's what he's going to choose to do.
Enka. Did Heather step away, or Enka, are you there?
She might not be back yet.
Oops. All right. So, what would Laura do?
Alora. She's a very curious person, isn't she? Well, what Alora would probably do is smack Oyohusa on the back of the head and tell him to go check for traps.
Okay.
Yeah, that's probably what she would do, honestly.
All right. So, Oyo, you've been invited by Elora to go check for traps. In the way that drow females invite people to do things.
At least Galibar hasn't
How's
taught
that?
her how to use the scourge yet.
So,
Okay. How did she invite him to do what?
Slapped him on the back of the head and told him to do it.
Oh, yeah. Hmm.
Last
Oh.
week, how she was like Alora playing you last week? I can't remember. I think she was.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
She was essentially having Oyohusa go ahead into every single room and try to check for traps.
Okay, so I'm gonna go down the hall that's supposed to be a puzzle and check for traps. Okay.
Well, Galibar already walked all the way through the hall and nothing happened to him. He was blindfolded and had the wax in his ears. And now he's apparently taken the blindfold off. And do you pull the wax out of your ears as well?
No, he's like peeking through the blindfold, like one eye, to see what's going on.
Okay. He's turned back to you all, one corner of the blindfold lifted up, looking at you, head cocked, like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah, I'll move forward and check for traps. I
Okay.
have a passive 17, so I'll just kind of look around, I guess, as I'm moving through.
Okay. Yeah. Investigation is kind of in a specific area, so if there's places you want to investigate, tell me or ping where you want to be.
Okay,
Investigate.
I'll just yeah. See here.
Meanwhile, Adamant, you're not doing anything. You're just standing there watching.
He is thinking on this. Keeper.
Yeah.
So there's another set of doors right here. I guess.
Yeah, this is another set of carved gates, and this one is that. So let me tell you what is on that. All right. As the three figures here have they look angry, and the three figures are robed on these gates. You step towards these gates in order to examine them, and before you can reach them, the gates swing open of their own accord. And Oyohusa, you hear something whispered in your mind. And this is going to be a private message in Discord, because only Oyohusa hears that. On the door. Okay. And
Interesting.
they. Oh, whoops! Come on. There we go. And the hall beyond is like so. And it just appears to end in a blank wall at the back. It has there's no furniture in here, but there are carvings on the wall that depict a battle scene, and the scene is such that on the far back wall you see the large
It's just I'm looking. Looks like to me. I don't know if this. I think Oyohusa would realize that this is more like a depiction of, like the pathway to conquest or something is like the more and more people die or something for his glory or something. I don't know.
Okay. All right. You start thinking of that, and let me see. I need to go here. I need to do this. All right. So, yes. All right. As you start to think about that, something occurs to you.
What are you thinking?
I do believe you're cursed.
Kind of looks down at himself. Why would you think I was cursed?
I'm not sure. I just have that intuition.
As they're doing that, Galibar will walk up to this door and see if he can push it open.
I'm sorry. Which door? That door. Okay, you walk to that door. Let me tell you what is on that door. Oh. The three figures, the carving of the tiefling. This door was locked, but now that you've opened all three sets of those gates, they are now opened.
This door over here is open now. Perhaps we should go check it out. I hear chanting.
There's another door at the end of this hallway. So, do we want to go down or go up?
Don't leave. This is stupid.
Well, there is chanting. That's this back way. I should
I
check
guess we
it out.
Yeah, we'll check. I guess if there's chanting, we could do the other one later.
I noticed this door was locked until we had these other doors unlocked, basically.
Yes, and whoops. So yeah, you see.
Enka goes up to Oyohusa and pokes him in the arm. You didn't do anything. You just sat there and watched your friend get eaten. And you just stood there.
I figured that it was an illusion.
And what if it hadn't been? You didn't say anything to me of, oh, hey, Enka, it's probably an illusion. Oh.
Well, I thought that you knew. You're more magically inclined than I am.
Do I look like I knew? Did I act like I knew? No.
I'm not sure, to be honest. I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't seem to be verbally panicking.
I went up and hit it with a stick, and then I hit it with Big B's hands. Excuse me?
You.
And I let out a cry. You're still just standing there like a lump.
I suppose once you did overly cast Bigsby's hand, I should have told you.
You think? Now I've wasted that spell.
Well, I mean, you can use it for a while.
1 minute.
So we're going through the door.
Just awkwardly looks at you.
She looks over at Galibar and she's like, I hate you.
What did I do?
What did I do? You sit
Galibar
there and
literally did nothing.
Oyohusa
you went through the stupid door.
Yeah.
And then you dismiss my feelings when I said I saw it eating you. Making crunching noises. I just walked through the door. Nothing happened.
I mean, that's his out of character. That's his perspective. Nothing happened. He just walks through the door and then sees a bunch of things hitting the door.
Did Adamant ever, was the curse that Oyohusa thought Adamant had on him and told him about? Was that even a thing?
You don't know.
Okay, what curse? Because I'm sorry, I stepped away for a few minutes.
Oyohusa, I got a feeling that Adamant had been cursed somehow and told him about it. You were in the room, so you would have heard about it.
Right, but I wasn't actually
Enka would have heard it,
physically here.
Yeah, Heather didn't hear it, but Enka would have heard it.
No,
So
I understand that. I'm just saying her character would have heard.
for Heather's benefit, when he approached the other set of doors there, the easternmost set of doors. Wait, no. God damn it, the westernmost set, the one on the left. When Oyohusa approached the westernmost set, the doors open on their own. And he stepped through them, and when he stepped through them, he heard a whisper in his head. And then he tried to think about what that whisper might mean, and he reasoned that one of his companions had been cursed, specifically Adamant. So he told Adamant about that. Now you are up to speed, but they have not had any. There hasn't been any manifestation of that curse yet. So whether that's just the feeling he had or whether there's anything to that, nobody knows yet. Because
Enka still looks
nothing is
pissed off.
Okay.
So, Pete, you planning on doing anything about that curse, or?
I feel fine, but to make Oil feel better, Adamant will use a greater restoration spell.
Okay, you broke up there a little bit. What are you gonna do?
Adamant says, "I feel fine, but to help you feel better, I will use a greater restoration on myself."
Okay. You want to go ahead and cast Greater Restoration?
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
you cast Greater Restoration. Lay your hand on yourself, and surprisingly, Adamant, you do feel like some weight that you didn't know was there is lifted from you.
huh.
You're not sure what it is, but you didn't notice it settling on you.
Unexpected.
Oh, who
Yes.
says like, well, my friend, was it anything to worry about?
Well, no.
So, yeah. I guess Adamant doesn't tell him.
Oh, no, he just says, "I don't know."
All right.
Something came off, but it doesn't tell me what it was.
Okay. So, yes, Oyo, you gather from that, oh, yes, there was something. But obviously, neither of you know what the effect was. Because it settled on Adamant so lightly he'd never even felt it. And it was only when he cast Greater Restoration on himself that he realized that it had been lifted. So there was something, but we don't know the effects of it. So, going south through that set of double doors, we now want to turn to the east, correct? Towards the chanting?
Yes.
Or turn in the direction of the chanting?
I believe that's what we're doing.
Okay. So you move down this corridor, which is not depicted on these little individual maps. And you move into an area that looks something like this. And let me go ahead and read this for you. So, all right, you come into an area, a chamber that looks something like a refugee camp. Several small buildings crafted from scrap wood, crumbling stone blocks, and other debris have been erected here. The statue of a strange four-armed creature carrying several weapons stands in the middle of this room in an open square between the makeshift buildings. And so let me, I guess this is what I need to finish doing this. To finish exposing this area here so that you guys can see. There are several creatures in this room. A couple of them appear to be some of the blue-skinned lizard-like humanoids that you have fought before, but others appear to be people like those that you met in the Hidden Village. And 4 of them are around a big statue in the middle of this room. And then, of course, here is one building. Here is another building. And then there's 2 other buildings up here and up here. And I need to grab your tokens and bring them over here for you. So here, let me grab the 5 tokens, and we will do this. Actually, I'll grab all 6 tokens. Why not? This, and then bring them in here. And we'll put you guys right about here. Okay, so bring you in here. Bring you in here. All right, so oops, let me do this. Okay, and then
Galibar has fully removed the earplugs and blindfold, by the way, just to make it clear.
okay.
Nope, now we just need to make the blindfold a gag.
Okay, and Heather, you should have control of the hand now.
Well, it only lasts for a minute, so it's probably
Yeah,
gone by
it
now.
was like a 70 or 80 foot corridor down here, so you guys could have walked that in a full minute. But we'll say you have like maybe 30 seconds left on it. You hear some chanting, and there's some chanting that seems to be coming from inside this building here. There's also some chanting that seems to be coming from this square up here.
Okay. Galibar and Alora have both moved. So that's
Okay.
6 seconds.
Yeah,
Unless-
Galibar, you come around this, and you see humans. You see people that look that look a lot like the people that you met at the Hidden Village. And they are kneeling down on the ground and facing this statue, and they are chanting and they are bowing toward it.
Do they notice me as I move around the corner?
Initially, they don't seem to take any notice of you. You do see walking around the corner over here, you see one of these blue-skinned humanoids who looks up and looks at you very curiously. Like he's not quite sure what he's seeing when he sees you.
And I also have blue skin, so
Yeah. Yeah, he definitely reminds you of one of those people that you fought a few rooms ago. And as you get closer, the crunch of your boots on the ground does get the attention of these people, and a couple of them look up at you and they kind of are startled a little bit, and they say, "Are you the one? Are you the one that has been foretold?"
or told to do what?
Are you the one that has been foretold? It has been foretold one will come.
Ray, if someone asks you if you are a god, you say yes.
Galibar says, "Yes, I am the one that is foretold."
It is the one who has been foretold. It is the one who has been foretold. Quick, tell the others. And one of these gets up and rushes over here and throws this door open and says, "The one who has been foretold has come. The one who has been foretold has come." And this one over here stands up and runs over excitedly to this one and grasps it by the hands and starts sort of jumping up and down with him. And this one runs over here and grasps this one by the hands and jumps up and down, and they say, "The one who has been foretold has come." And the blue-skinned people kind of look, they don't look hostile. They look kind of a bit uncertain, if anything. And then, yes, and then we'll just go ahead and do this because the door is open. And there's excitement inside as a bunch of people that apparently were in some sort of service. And of course, all the chanting now has stopped, and you can hear a hubbub of voices of "the one who is foretold, the one who is foretold." And gradually that chant begins to pick up steam and says, "The one who was foretold, the one who is foretold." Go ahead.
I was gonna say, looks like Kamigawa was Adamant's chance. Now it's Galibar's.
Not that you deserve it.
And in a couple of minutes, you will see that two of these humans emerge from this. Whoops. Gosh, bless it. I'm going to move things around in different ways. So two of these humans emerge along with one of these blue-skinned lizard people who looks very aged. and is wearing robes and vestments that makes it look like some kind of a priest or cleric or religious leader of some type. And they're saying, the one who has come is here, or the one who is foretold is here. And the blue-skinned person looks up at Galibar and totters over and stands before you. And you can see that it has a staff, and there is a strange device on top of the staff. It looks like a religious symbol, like a holy symbol of some kind, but it is no design that you have ever seen before. It's a very, very odd looking design. And this creature, and you can't tell whether it's male or female, has like these very fine blue scales, lizard-like scales, and these very thin lizard-like lips, and these big round black pupilless eyes. And it looks at you and slowly blinks, and it reaches out a hand towards you. Has one finger crooked, and it looks like it wants to touch Galibar's chest. Do you allow it to touch you or not?
I will allow it to touch me.
Okay. It touches you, and then when it touches you, it almost seems surprised. And then it looks up in your eyes, and it blinks, and it pulls its hand back, and it says, "You are the one who was foretold?"
Yes, Galibar says with confidence.
What is the message you have brought the people?
It is time to rise up against the false king.
It is time to rise up against the false king.
King Suleiman plans on stealing the souls of every single person in this city, including you. It is time to rise up and stop him.
King Suleiman, do you hear? Do you hear the words of the one who was foretold? And they all say, yes, we hear. Do you believe the words of the one who has been foretold? Yes, we believe. Will you rise up? Yes, we will rise up. And then the creature turns back and looks at Galibar and says, we hear your words. We believe your words. We will rise up in the way that we have been told we must. Everyone, it is time. And they all have these gleeful, joyful looks on their faces. And you can see all of the humans, and of course more humans are spilling out of this area here. And then eventually another one of these blue skin people spills out of this area here. They all sort of gather around in this area. And they all get to places like here, and the priestly one steps back from you. And then in unison, they say, "It is time to rise up. It is time to rise up." And they all reach to their belts, and they all pull from their belts these gleaming daggers that are made of like some obsidian glass, honed to a fine point. And they all grip the daggers with two hands, and they all raise them up, and they chant, "It is time to rise up! It is time to rise up! It is time to rise up!" And their voices rise and crescendo and take on kind of a feverish pitch. What are you all doing? They're just
Galibar is side-eyeing Enka, like, what did you make me do?
How are they holding the knives? Are they holding it like they could like plunge them into their own chests or something? Or
they are holding them above their heads, two hands on the hilt, the hilt right above their heads, the blades pointed forward, and they are looking. They're kind of looking at Galibar, but their eyes seem to be looking beyond Galibar. And there's like this glee and this joy and this fevered look in their eyes as they keep chanting, "It is time to rise up! It is time to rise up!"
Adamant kind of raises both hands. Now hold on.
No, Galibar will raise up. Enka told him to do this. Enka told to claim that he is the one who is foretold. So Galibar is just gonna raise up his obsidian axe and say it is time to rise up.
Adamant grabs it. No.
And when Galibar holds his axe over his head, Galibar, you hear Morsalor saying, "Oh, I am not certain of this." And about the time Willow Roar, the time Willow Roar says that into your mind, all of them bring their arms down and plunge the daggers into their own bellies.
Just before they do that, I am going to cast. I am going to slam the butt of the.
Okay, then let's make an initiative roll.
Okay.
At least Enka, and I am going
to try to stop him too.
Anybody that wants to try to do something to stop these guys can make an initiative roll. And I'm going to make initiative rolls for them, for the humans, and for the whoops. Okay. So then let's do that. Okay. All right. So Enka, you're making an initiative roll. Adamant, you're making an initiative roll. Go ahead. If you want to.
I did. I just forgot to click on it.
Okay, I don't see it anywhere on
It's right above Enka's.
Oh, 1711. All right, so let me go ahead and add a turn. Is anybody else wanting to do anything?
Galibar is just when Morslor tells him he doesn't know about this, Galibar just says in like through the telepath bond, neither do I, but Enka wanted me to do this.
Out of character, I was quoting Ghostbusters. You ran with it.
You don't.
I said, Ray, your name is not Ray. But we'll just run with it now.
Okay. All right. So, in descending order.
Okay.
All right. I'm presuming that Oyo and Alora and Oyo and Alora are not doing anything. Galibar is just in character running with this, which is fine. That's
Oyo was just watching. He's like,
okay.
The thing is what I was hoping was that we could all like yell, like, like stop.
Okay. Well, the very first thing that happens is all the humans plunge their daggers into their own bellies, and they expire. Their blood begins spilling out all over the ground. And you can see the same sort of look in the eyes of the blue skinned people. It looks like they're about to do the same thing. So these guys kind of all deal themselves fatal blows. Then
So much
Enka.
for that.
So the humans are now falling to the ground, their lifeblood spilling out. What do you want to do?
Well, I figured when I saw them plunging towards their bellies, I would have. I don't know. But
Well,
anyway,
that's why we let it. That's why
I kept watching
dice.
them, waiting to see, because they were holding them up above their heads, and all I could think of at that time was like, how are they holding them? Because if they were holding them in a way that the moment they brought them down, like they were going to plunge them into their guts. That's what I was looking for, was how they were holding them.
And that's what I tried to describe in the way
And
they were
that's
holding
not-
them.
about time we had some ritualistic sacrifice.
Shut up.
Galibar just looks wide-eyed right now.
So anyway, just never mind.
So Enka stands there in shock. Adamant,
No.
what do you want to do? Well, I mean, it's your turn, so either do something or don't. You've seen the humans.
Just go to Adamant, because it's not
Okay.
worth it.
Adamant, you've seen what has happened to the humans. You see the blue-skinned people holding their own weapons in the same posture. It seems like imminently they're about to do the same thing. What does Adamant do?
Adamant holds up both hands. Wait. The one who was prophesied needs you alive to help him, not dead on the floor. You cannot rise up if you fall down.
And the one that is dressed in priestly robes looks at Adamant and says, "It is our spirits that will rise to aid the one who was foretold." And with that, they all plunge their daggers into themselves.
Adamant just kind of slowly over at Galibar.
Galibar just motions his eyes over to Enka.
From now on, I'll be the deific one.
And everything falls silent. as the blood of these humans and these lizard-like humanoids spills across the stone floor here.
Out of character. Pete, not everyone likes to listen to heavy metal.
Not funny, really.
Galibar slowly
Really,
lowers.
it's not funny.
What's not
Galibar-
funny?
You.
Galibar
It's
slowly
kinda
lowers
funny.
the axe. Just looks wide eyed, like what just happened?
And
Oyo's going to speak up. He says, whatever was going to happen anyway, regardless if it was us or not. I'm not sure any of us here really possess the power to stop it.
Maybe they were right. Their spirits will help us. I don't know. That was not expected.
At least we don't have to fight him. And about that time, Enka just walks away. She's fucking pissed.
all right, Enka. As you start to walk away, you sense something from the staff. Who's there?
What do you mean, who's there? She sends back. Me. The one that you've been hiding from this whole time.
Not hiding.
Well, then-
Imprisoned.
Well, you're not giving me any clues as to how to help you, so to me that's hiding.
Something just happened. Prison feels weaker.
Well, a whole bunch of people just sacrifice themselves to rise up. Whatever. What do you mean it feels like your prison weakened?
I can sense you. Not like the other. Oh, pain. Pain. Such pain. Ah! And then the voice the voice rises kind of in an anguished cry and then is suddenly cut off.
About this time, Enka just yells in frustration. God damn it!
What's wrong, Enka?
Well, there's been something in this thing that keeps trying to talk to me and just said that the prison that it's been kept in felt weaker, and then it went away again, like it's in pain. I don't know what to do.
It got weaker when all those.
No, its prison got weaker. It could actually talk to me this time.
Adam kind of rubs the top of his head. Well, it talked to you after all. Oh,
Yeah, you're breaking up, Pete. You need to move your mic closer or
sorry, it's my voice. Still not at 100%.
okay.
It's got weaker when all the chanters stopped. Oh,
Got weaker when they all killed themselves.
yeah.
Hmm. Interesting.
Everybody who wants to can make me an insight check.
Insights, all right. Hey, Laura ought to make a good one of that roll. Let's see. The old insight check.
3 good rolls so far. 4 good rolls. 5 good rolls. Okay. So it dawns on all of you, putting together what Enka has said with what just happened. You know, maybe they did somehow do something that struck a blow against King Suleiman, and possibly the power that he has over this place. The robed figure that had been leading these people told Galibar that their spirits would rise up. So maybe they did. Maybe they've just made your job easier.
So Enka goes looking for stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Is there some kind of roll that we could make that would help us understand that type of like magic or something? That, I mean, clearly it's magical in nature. Whatever happened, that helped.
Arcana, maybe.
I don't know. I'm asking. I don't know if we can.
Might be. There may be some kind of mystical or magical precedent for that. There might also be like some sort of religious precedent for that. They certainly seem to be like a fervent religious community. So maybe there's some sort of religion, arcana or religion. You could attempt to make those checks, or you could see if anyone that you all know might have insights on it.
Falazure looks over at Adamant and he says,
Who?
"What type of magic do you think this is? Is it based on some sort of religious order that you've heard of?"
Well, it could be similar to what was done with Left Room.
Can I make a religion check?
You can make a religion check, yes, Galibar.
I should do
7, really? Okay. You're gonna turn off advantage.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't. Definitely doesn't sound like anything that Bahamut would do.
If I roll a 7, do we automatically go to a level 11? 3
So what about Arcana?
Jackpot? Experience jackpot?
Yeah,
Just
777.
What about Arcana?
You can roll an Arcana if you wish. 15. Oyohusa has heard about, the sacrifices of people in his studies in the monastery, but every time they talked about somebody sacrificing someone, it was always sacrifice in the service of protecting someone else, or in the service of doing something heroic. There's never any, the order of monks that Oyohusa studied with would consider anyone just simply taking their own life as being kind of a waste. But that's kind of the tradition that Oyohusa was brought up in. With a 15, he can't think of any specific examples beyond his own upbringing. And a 10 Arcana, no, I mean, the only things that run through Enka's mind with the 10 Arcana are all of like the sadistic, blood sacrifice where, evil wizards will spill the blood of other people in order to power their magic. That's the only thing she can think of, and that doesn't really seem to apply here. You would expect that more something that Suleiman would do himself. I'm sorry, Ken, go ahead.
The only thing that I can think of is that in my order, we have one of the best collection of archives in all of Toro. That's how old my order is, but I'm not sure what I can remember. All the fact that I know that they would not have given their lives in vain. It must be some kind of boon somehow.
So I'm looking around to see if there's any other religious artifacts or whatever, or indications of.
Yes, there are. There are.
What about the statue with the 4 arms? That seems very interesting. They were all like around that, right?
Yes. The statue looks. It is a creature that looks kind of like, or the closest thing that you can think of is a
It is a
UNT, one of those half snake, half humanoid,
right.
except that this one has a total of 8 arms, and each arm has a different weapon in it.
The hell?
And then it's got the body of a snake below that.
Adamant, come look at this statue. Does you recognize its religious affiliation?
Adamant will go look at said statue.
I'll assist him. Maybe I can remember something too. Maybe I just give him advantage, I guess, if that's all right with you.
Sure.
Statue. Religion check. 19. 18.
Okay. Come on. Come on here. It is this. All right, let me go back and look. Go. All right, so 19 is your. All right, I have to double check and make sure that I am. Oh, come on. Stupid computer.
In this situation, I feel like, I don't know, it's up to Chris, but I think he's having mic trouble. I feel like if we were investigating something so important, Elora would have given Adamant guidance, but that's up to you to decide as GM, obviously. since she's not here to voice it, but
Yeah, there's something comes to mind about the face and upper torso with a 19 adamant. It looks like the face and upper torso of an Aranes. An Aranes is a type of devil that is said to be a fallen angel. And they have multiple arms, but they are supposed to be fully humanoid. But you have never heard of like an Aranes that's fused with a serpent, but that's kind of what this looks like. This humanoid has a proud, statuesque, and rather lovely facial features, and it's carved in such a way that you can't quite tell, is this supposed to be a male or a female figure? It's kind of like purposefully done with kind of an androgynous face to it.
what do you think, Adamant?
Well,
I'm drawing a blank.
it's very similar to an Aaron, but they're not usually.
Wait, is that? I might have dozed off during that class, but isn't that a fallen angel?
Yes, but this is not normally what they look like.
Yeah, it's kind of evocative of that, but you've never quite seen anything like this.
Galibar's never seen someone metaphorically drink the Kool-Aid, so he has no idea what to do right now.
True.
He's just still standing there wide-eyed with the axe in his hands, just confused.
Okay. The building that you are in, Enka, appears to be kind of where the priestly leader would have stayed. There are some crude scrolls and some tattered books that are there. There's a tiny little altar in the corner that has like a couple of candles, like 3 candles, one of which is burned out. The other 2 are sputtering fitfully, and there's some colored glass there. There's a little bit of food there at that little altar, and then there are some small piles of belongings that are arranged very carefully in such a way like perhaps they are gifts or something, but they are very mundane and crude things. Nothing that seems to be to have any kind of monetary value, but would have sentimental value. And there's what might pass for a bed. Looks kind of like a nest that is made from old rags and furs and things like that are just sort of bundled together in one corner of this room. And that's all. That's all that's apparent here.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll go out and go back over here. Yeah, I'm trying to look for any clues or anything that.
Yeah. Here you see very crude bunks. The walls of this room, except for the wall where the door is, are lined with double bunks, and it's clear that people slept here. There's a couple of little pegs on the walls that where probably people would hang coats, but there's not really much of any belongings here. Maybe stuffed under one or two of the bunks is maybe like a hunk of some dried bread or something that's wrapped up in a piece of cloth or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay. Alrighty. So, like I said, I just kind of keep going from place to place.
Yeah, this largest room appears to be a chapel of some sort. Has several crude benches, an altar made from a pile of stone studded with candles, and a smaller version of the statue that's in the main square.
Okay. And nothing else on the altar or anything like that?
No, just like some bits of stone and things of that nature. It doesn't appear that there's any religious scriptures or anything here.
Okay. And then last but not least, this room.
Yeah, you open that and ooh, well, you know where all the waste is kept.
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells like the the shit shed. And
the ass end of a kangaroo.
Yeah, you can see that there's a fissure in the floor over here.
Mm-hmm.
And by the moisture and the other residue at the edges of that, you can see that's probably where people go and do whatever they're going to do.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll close the door and kind of look down this hallway.
Yeah, looking down that hallway, you see, let me take a peek here. Looking down that hallway, you see a hallway that goes straight south for about 25 feet and then turns to the west. And it jogs to the west. And of course, without going down to that corner, you can't see how far it goes.
Okay. So I go back and I motion for everybody that there's another hallway down this way.
That way we shall go. Let us,
Okay. All right. Oh, cool. So I can do that. This one, we will go ahead and we'll do this. We will do this. And then I will go get you guys. Get your tokens. Whoops. Get your tokens. Bring everyone down here. And copy. And come over here. And I will placed you here. Okay. So, this is the hallway where you were. That Enka saw. It comes down, it goes over this way, and then it goes down and it leads to more double doors.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and just keep walking down the hallway till I get to the doors or something stops me.
Okay. Then let me take a quick peek. Here. Oh. All right. There is these two doors are in front of you.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, there we go. All right. So you see these doors. They are carved with kind of images that evoke the area that you were with those three gates. Where it kind of has the strange, what might be script, what might not be script around it. And there's also kind of a field, if you will, a field of what looks almost like swirls that might be supposed to be stars or might be supposed to be the heavens or something like that.
My God.
That are
stars.
on there. And so do you try the doors or what?
As I'm walking, I'm going to pull the head in the ball.
Vyrellis?
Vyrellis out and basically tell her what happened back there with the sacrifices and also with what happened with the staff and try to get her take on it a little bit. So just having a girl chat since
there is Vyrellis will say there is an ancient religion in this world. It is a religion that King Suleiman studied. He studied it and eventually decided it was a false religion. He did find a sect of people that held to these old ways. Some humans and some of the humanoids that are called Nikal. Nikal are a blue-skinned reptilian humanoid. And they were brought to Junoon City a long time ago, and they were given a place to live and follow their worship in the palace of King Suleiman. He told me that he had something special in mind for them. And I can only presume that it was those that you found. Perhaps he intended to mock them by allowing them to be part of his sacrifice. But if the events transpired as you say they did, then perhaps there is more to their religion than King Suleiman believed.
Well, the staff actually spoke to me and said that it was easier to talk to me, or that it felt like as the prison it was in had loosened.
Then yes, I think it must be some effect of those religious folk. So,
Do you know anything about these doors? Because the last set of doors that we went through appeared to either have illusions on them or something, because they made you think that they were chewing Galibar up.
And she says, no. She says, I do not know what this might be. I know only that somewhere on this level, one of King Suleiman's trusted allies is making a study of some artifact that King Suleiman located many years ago. And it was a shrine that he had set up to continue the study of that device, whatever it may be.
Interesting. So at this point in time, she goes to very tentatively touch the doors, kind of test them to see if they're open or unlocked.
They don't seem to be locked. It seems like if you pushed on them, you could probably push them open.
So
and it looks like most of your companions are there with you now.
She takes the butt of her staff and kind of takes a little bit of a step back and then pushes it open, tries to push it open with the staff.
Okay, you push the doors open. And when you push the doors open, you see a very large chamber. And you see you see 4 statues at the corners of the room. And you see a thick wall of swirling, glowing mist that it obscures your vision, but it doesn't completely block your vision. So it's not totally opaque. And you see 2 large plinths standing here, and there is a human male that is standing between those, and he appears to be actually I'm gonna grab the right layer there. He's actually studying something that appears to be floating in the air and slowly revolving. And that thing that is standing in the air and slowly revolving is a crystal rod that's about as long as your forearm, and it is cut in such a way that most of you guys immediately recognize that you've seen something like this before.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Yes. Galibar, I believe you were the one that reached into the hollow of a tree when you were in Innistrad and grabbed it out just before the creature that was under the tree rose up and attacked you. This looks like one of the memory crystals where the memories of Tisenda Verlassen were stored and sent. And this human, he looks up at you and he says, "Ah, have you come to help my research, or have you come to interrupt it?"
well, I don't know. What kind of research are you currently doing?
Oh, just one that will help our beloved king achieve his goals.
Ah, I see.
My name is Aladdin. Welcome to my laboratory.
It's very colorful, that's for sure. She indicates the vortex thingy.
Oh, yes, it is. It is indeed.
Now I can see through this, can't I?
You can see. Yeah, I mean, it looks like a light fog. You know, it looks like you're standing in fog, basically. And you
Okay.
know how fog means you can't see stuff like 300 feet away, but you can see stuff 20, 30 feet away. It's
Okay.
just misty. So yeah,
Okay.
it's like looking through fog at short range.
So then she's kind of like, well, then we've been sent here to try to help you. What particularly are you're working on?
Make a deception check, Enka. And that's pretty good, 25. He says, "Oh, you've been sent to help. Splendid. Well, I'm trying to decipher and release the information that is contained in this crystal. We know that it holds information. We're not sure what kind, but my king has commanded me to continue my work and uncover its secrets because he is certain it will help him with his future plans. Tell me, what do you know of this crystal?"
And there we go.
Welcome back, Chris.
I don't know. Could I roll a history or an arcana? Or
Okay, all of you are hearing this conversation. Any of you who are standing in the room or at the door here are hearing this conversation. So any of you can sort of, either step up or whisper something to Enka or do something.
Unfortunately, that particular item is of no real use to
And so Adamant steps in to
What
take
did
up
you
the
say?
conversation.
I'm sorry. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're
Adamant. Okay.
yeah. You Enka can make a you can make a history check if you really want to try to tell him what you think you know about it. Or you can look to your friends to say, "Hey, is this something we want to talk to this guy about?"
Galibar will
It's up to Enka.
I'll look to you, my friends.
get Galibar passed a message to Enka. So telepathically you hear that rod is one of the things we came here for. We cannot leave here without it.
Um,
And you can reply telepathically as well.
Okay.
Yeah,
with
it's a message.
spell.
so he replies and goes, "That doesn't tell me anything about it. He wants to know what I know about it."
Galibar looks cast message to Adamant. Should we tell him what it is?
Absolutely not.
Okay, he'll cast message to Enka again. It would be bad for him to know what it is.
I don't even know what it is.
It contains. He cast it again. It contains the memories of that we need to obtain from a person.
Oh, okay. Inca kind of looks over at him and goes, "Well, to be very honest, there are several out there, I believe, that look similar. I would have to have a better inspection of it up close to see what kind of markings or particular shape that it is in to discover which one it actually is."
And he smiles at you, kind of a knowing smile, and he smiles at Galibar. And he looks through the door and smiles at Adamant and at Alora, and he says, "Ah, then you have come to help, whether you believe you have or not." It will be my pleasure to teach you your new role.
At
And
this point in time, out of character, hang on just a sec. I'm trying to look into Dimension Door to see if I can teleport through this vortex.
You can. You don't even need to see the location.
Okay, but I'm trying to find out if I can take somebody with me.
You can.
Okay. So I literally, and it's just one person I can take. You can,
Yep. One person of your size.
you're my size, right? You're not.
yeah, when
Okay.
a size category, so medium,
So
medium if you're a medium creature.
Since I hadn't quite responded to the spell, I grab a hold of Galibar's hand. I reach behind and grab a hold of his hand and go, "Be prepared to fight." And then I cast Dimension Door. And basically want to be able to appear in here
Okay.
with him.
You okay, several things happen. You grab Galibar's hand. You cast Dimension Door. The familiar effects of Dimension Door do not happen. And you feel the energy of the spell expended, but it is as though the spell is somehow countered. It doesn't seem like Aladdin himself does anything, but at the same time you cast that spell, you all see Aladdin's form shimmer, and in its place, instead of Aladdin, you see a horrifying creature with a huge maw appears. and it says telepathically now in the same voice that Aladdin was using. It will be my pleasure to welcome you to your final resting place. And that's where we will end our session for this evening. So, the creature is there. The image of Aladdin is gone. The crystal is still there, rotating in the air. And it appears that somehow you cannot use teleportation to get through this barrier. So, we will have to see what that is all about. All right, everyone.
Prismatic wall.
Well,
It looks like prismatic wall.
You can roll some checks next session and find out. All right, everybody. Players, sorry about all the technology issues in stream. I'm going to check that stupid recording, and we'll see what was going on with the dumb recording this week. I don't know. Today was just weird. And players, as we talked about earlier in the session, next week is Easter, and I know since Heather's out and several other people usually have family stuff going on. Now, of course, Ken is in Texas, and he's got family there, so they may be doing something. So we'll go ahead and skip next week. We'll be, let's see, what is our, let me check Discord.
And then there's nothing the following week, which is good because I'll be in Kansas City. So
yeah, because I was trying to think. I believe that the April 24, that's correct. It's a home match. So our, all right. So no game on the 17th, no game on the 24th, and I am traveling. I am on vacation in Michigan for a cousin's wedding on the 1st of May. So our next game is going to be the 8th of May.
Okay.
Oof, a month away.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and set that up in Roll20. So next game on the 8th of May because of my schedule. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay, so no game next Sunday, and then
right.
come back on the 8th. All right.
Yeah, because next Sunday's Easter, and we heard that a couple of people would have conflicts already.
Okay.
And of course, things may come up during the week where people say, "Oh, we're having so and so over for Easter," and all this kind of stuff. Or we're going to so and so's house.
Of moving too,
yeah, exactly.
And then it's good that you're. That's good that you're traveling on that first weekend, that May 1st, because that's the first opening weekend of the fort. So I will.
Of the fort.
Also be gone. So
yeah. All right. So yeah, we have a little bit of time off, but hey, you guys have finally found that memory crystal you came for.
Yeah.
Now you just have to figure out how to get to it.
Where is it? Solomon, and then we're out.
Yeah.
So Solomon has the crystal, basically.
No, Aladdin.
Aladdin.
He's
Aladdin. Aladdin, who turned into this crazy creature, yeah. So he is in here.
All right. Well, I gotta go, guys. I gotta go back to packing. Talk to you guys later.
Don't take off just yet. No.
Why? I gotta get to packing. So I will message you.
All right.
Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Take care. Yes, and we have coming up tomorrow stream, there's going to be the Monster Monday stream, and we are going to be looking at one of the other founding dragons for Strixhaven. That will be Oh, I have to look her up, or him, or whatever. Look it up. Remember the name. Galazeth Prismari is the name of the founding dragon we will be talking about tomorrow on Monster Monday. Then on Wednesday, I think we have our Wednesday game. And Saturday, there's no Saturday game. And then this game is back on the 8th of May. So everybody enjoy the next few weeks. Happy Easter to all those who celebrate. Have some good time off. Hope that you guys will get everything going. Is there any announcements